Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in to a piece of my opinion. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Hello. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday afternoon in the summertime. Welcome in, Pomo Tribe, to this reaction channel, this commentary we're going to do today. To the judgment zone. Come on in, get a seat, get your snack, get you something to drink, and let's get ready to be engaged in this chat box. How's everybody doing today? How are you doing? All right, we got a couple of people driving, so hello. Yeah, be careful out there, but thank you for stopping in. Thank you for listening. Hey, Michelle, Life with Alex, CC Life, Long Hair Don't Care, Sharon, Lifestyles. All right, you at work. Thank you for listening. Hit that like button, please. Ellen, welcome in, welcome in. In the bushes, hit that like button, drop down, tell us happy Sunday. Hello, hi, something. Let us know you here. Hey, Brandis. Diane, welcome in. I'm good today. I'm chilling. I'm good. Got a couple of things taken care of this morning. So let me go ahead and sit down and do this live with the tribe. Yep. Everybody's speaking. Love it. Welcome in, Pomo Tribe. Hey, 32. How's everybody doing? We got anything special we need to talk about? Any birthdays, anniversaries? I know we got some people. Oh, CC. Okay, yep. You driving from Vegas? Okay. Anybody out traveling today on vacation? Okay. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. I did. Yeah, well, if you watched it, you know I put 3 in 1. Yeah. All right. So, y'all seen the thumbnail. The title, this is the live today is the Audacity A Hit dog with HOLLA. Y'all know we're doing Bettijoe. Hey, and Matic. And I'm pretty sure most of you here on this live right here now, and probably in the replay or in the bushes, kind of know why Bettijoe came live. All right. And if you don't, somebody to check and let you know. But she's very predictable. And as I stated before, the reactors run her. And that's it and that's all. So you over here peeping and creeping. You've heard me say this already. Reactors run you. Okay. So we're gonna put that out there. We're gonna let that be what it's gonna be. Hey, Nearly, I'm doing good. How are you doing? So she titled her live, "Let's Have a Bad Mom Talk." So yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna do this a little bit different. I'm gonna get it started, and then I'm gonna pull up the agenda because it's gonna be a little bit longer one today. And when you see it, it'll make sense. Because, yeah, let's do this. Let's have this talk. Okay. So hold the line. Let's go ahead and get it pulled up. And if you don't know why she did this live, and if nobody in the chat knows, then I will say it later. Okay. But the fact of the matter is that there's a reason she did it. Okay. There's a reason. So don't think she just pulled this out the hat, because she never does. She always out here looking, peeping, and creeping and seeing what people talking about on this side. And this is where that's where she got it from. Okay. Now, I'm not going to start at the very beginning, because to me, just very immature and ignorant. And I can't. And I've said this before, the ignorance of it all, I can only take so much of it. The immaturity, the childish at your big old age, this attention that you need is getting tiring, it's old, it's played out. When you going to do something different, that's where I'm at with it. Okay. So, yeah. Well, I'm sure she has over there creeping on Nisha's IG, but that's not why she did this live. But yeah, she's subscribed to all the people, and if she's not subscribed, she go look on all her different channels. You know that, of course. Yeah. All right. So I'm starting it here. I don't know why she thought she needed to do this, other than just ignorance and immaturity and nothing to do but lay in the bed in the back room. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is your life. And not saying people don't play games on their phones and do all the things, but doing this right here, really? Yeah, always claiming somebody sent her a clip. Girl, ain't nobody sent you shit. You sit right there and look for yourself. Ain't nobody sending you no clip or no hour, 2 hour, 3 hour lives. Ain't nobody doing that. You sitting there watching for yourself. Hey, Danny, happy Sunday.
A bicycle, sending a letter, and two weird ass.
And then this right here is for little kids. This little game she was playing right here, this is for little kids. And she all engaged in it. Cement in the brain. All you doing right here is proving what I already feel about you. Seriously. This whole little game you playing right here is for little kids.
Bitches, okay. Money, dollar bill, shitty toilet paper, kitty, mouse, clown, balloon.
Look at her.
Okay. Fireman.
And y'all want to.
What is that?
And people want to
a fire hydrant? No. What the fuck are those called?
Really?
I forgot. Spaceman, rocket ship, worker, construction shit.
Hey, Katie.
Period. Detective, ugly ass jacket. This one and this one.
Run enough along. I guess I didn't. I can't with that, guys. I'm sorry. Already lose brain cells. Already lose brain cells dealing with her. That right there is not. I can't. Mm-mm.
The one that looks like a horse with synthetic hair weave is so concerned about AJ, but he runs circles around her kids. AJ runs circles around a lot of these kids. I mean,
how do you know that? Even the silly ass that said it in the comment. How do you know that? You don't know AJ, you don't know Liv, you don't know whoever this other person you trying to talk about. You don't, y'all don't, none of y'all know these, none of us know none of these people. Just because AJ run around in the background hooping and hollering and carrying on don't mean that he knows something than the next child at all. At all. Nobody knows any of these kids. So we start off with the ignorance right out the gate. But again, this is your scene, this tapestry, back here in the room, fan blowing loud. This is your life. Okay.
Let's be real. Let's be
Hey,
real.
Tanya.
You know what I mean? AJ he has an attitude. Yeah, he don't listen. He's not the most well
Exactly, Steve.
behaved. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Neither was I. Neither were you. Neither was any fucking kid out there.
Here we go.
Unless you were beat down or made to feel less than, then you act.
And then this whole live, she's going to the comparisons like she always do. She always got to go out here and compare to people she don't know. Everybody else in the world, all these millions of people, and she always has to compare because of her life, because of her shitty position in life and her shitty childhood. Yeah, it's gonna be some words today, and hopefully my live don't get tagged. But it's gonna be some cursing today. So if you in your Sunday mood and you don't want to hear that, then you probably don't want to be in here. Okay, so yeah, your whole position in life is bull crap, gutter snipe, down, down, down in the drain. You don't even know what a childhood feels like, and you up here trying to compare what everybody else done been through. No, deal with your son. And the messed up part about it is you've never dealt with the 4-year old by yourself. You've never dealt with the 4-year old, so you don't even know how to compare it to anything. You didn't deal with your other 4-year olds by yourself. Gerard did all that. So you don't have a clue how to compare him to anybody else. You just run in your mouth.
It out a little bit. Kids do that. Um,
Look at eyes.
but AJ runs circles around a lot of these kids. A lot of these kids can't even say shit. And that's no diss to any mommies out there who are dealing with that. It's a diss to the bitches. It's definitely a diss to the bitches who want to talk about my kids when nothing has ever been wrong with my kids. My kids are all perfect, and I can say that with confidence and pride. And
I'll probably be stopping in more than I normally do, guys. So get ready for that too, because y'all know I have to say what I need to say. I don't want to forget. So when you use the word perfect, that already invalidates what you're talking about. That's why your eyes looking all over the place. Mm-hmm. Because everybody knows no child which turns into a teenager, into an adult, which is a human being, is not perfect. So for you to say your kids are perfect, we already know you just talking what shit. That's why again your eyes darken. A real parent will say words like my child is perfect in my eyes. They'll say things like that, but they're not just blatantly saying their child is perfect because they have enough common sense to know not so much. And then you can't even say that because you ain't went and had your kids checked out. You don't know if anything's wrong with your kids. You don't know. But you continue.
knowing that this baby's going to turn out the exact same way. Because that's, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I know.
Hey Lee.
They all
Hey
be
Ronnie.
they all be
Hey
talking the
Teresa.
most shit about my son. And I'm just like, baby, I think they're jealous. She's talking about vlogging her life now. Oh Lord. Nobody cares. That's the thing. Nobody cares about these bitches who talk the most shit. And that's why they resort to talking shit, because nobody cares.
But why, whoever this person is in her life, why are you concerned about this other person? I don't even know who she's talking about. Is she talking about Jasmine? Why? Why are you worried about Jasmine? Jasmine can do what the hell she want to do. It's her life, it's her page, just like you do what the hell you want to do. Again, y'all so busy trying to give her content.
They're not brave enough to show their life, and if they did, their life would be a hot ass mess. Like I said, like this video is titled "The Bad Mom Talk." Yeah, I'm so over this bullshit. I'm finna drop a podcast on you bitches. We finna call it the Bad Mom Podcast, because the way that these bitches act like real life is not real life. You know what I mean? And the shit that I show or I display on my channel is just some off the wall, out of this world. They can't believe it. Oh my God. Bitch, shut up.
No, you shut up. Because it is off the walls, out of this world. Okay? And for you to even say podcast, bitch, you can't even complete a full sentence, a complete thought. What kind of podcast you think you gonna start? Right here. Limited vocabulary and thoughts because she barely completes sentences. Thank you. That's to us podcast. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna pause it right here because those who just coming in, I said I was gonna roll the agenda a little bit different today. I was waiting for her to say this word. Now, those of you coming in, some of you may know, some of you may not know why she did this live. There was a reason. Okay, there was a reason because again, the reactor's runner. All right, so hold the line, and again, it's gonna be a long one, and I'm gonna ask for you guys to get in the chat because you might need to add to what I'm getting ready to put up here. All right. Hold up. Hold the line. So I'm doing this a little bit different today. Because you want to have this talk, then let's have it. I'm for it. I'm all for it. This up my alley. I like words. I love words. Yes, I do. That's why I know how to spell, right? And put together complete sentences. Okay. So I've always called her Earth Disturber. Always, even before I started my channel, she's a complete Earth Disturber. Right? So there we go, Carmen. Thank you. I wanted somebody to put that in the chat. So if you don't know why she did this live, Carmen, just put it in the chat. That would be why. Okay. So when I'm saying reactors run her, they do. Hey, Cassie. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Banana. All right. Applications are now available for the Bad Mom Group. Bad Mom Group. We're not calling this a club. Okay. And when I say we, I'm talking about us in this chat. We are the board of directors. We're not a part of this group. We run the group. So we review the applications. Okay. So now let's go. Now, here are the requirements for them to get into this group, because the application is what they have to fill out, but this is the requirements to be a part of the Bad Mom Group. Okay, not club, group, because clubs pretty much have a good connotation behind it. When you say you start in a club, this is not something positive. All right. We have requirements. They have to have 4+ children, multiple baby daddies, questioning who is the baby daddy of at least 3 of them. They owe child support. Don't own anything. Don't own nothing. No formal education, no GED, high school diploma. Okay. Not interested in obtaining or learning parenting skills. Male-centered, pick-me behavior vibes. Let's continue. And when I say y'all got to hold on, y'all got to hold on because yeah, we finna do this. No transferable skills, job, or career. No money, bank accounts, or financial plan for said 4 children without daddies. Performative stance on mothering. Remember, these are the requirements to get into the bad mom group. Really just a breeder for props, resources, and attention. Make videos or sitting online reading comments all day. Test the lion. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. The children and adulting is an afterthought. Let's continue because there's a lot of requirements to be in this bad mom group. Okay, HIPAA. So we can't look. So we can't look at your non-existent medical health records. Okay, because we do know about HIPAA, so But however, if we can clearly observe some mental strange disorders and you don't want to work because you are relying on government handouts, that's a requirement. You move random men in your place with your children and justify your poor decisions. Let's continue. You see, we have more. We have more. The same government CPS that you abuse or resources or don't like deemed you unfit mother and removed your children. Now, when I'm saying bad mom group, it's not just Bettijoe. If y'all actually paying attention to these requirements, it's not just Bettijoe that need to be filling out this. That's filling out this application. You sell your children's food stamps and sold for cash, and sold. Went to jail for failure to pay child support. Will not even buy a pack of pencils. Break leases or get evicted every few months or years. Just displays a loser behavior. And of course, we can add to these requirements, right? We can add, you pack up, you have to pack up and move by yourself with your kids, whether it's from one place to another in the same city, or you got to pack up by yourself while you're pregnant with 2 little kids and hitch a trailer to the back and drive across some hot states with no AC. That could be a part of it too. All right. Now, in the comment box, y'all can add some other requirements if you feel the need. But this is the Bad Mom Club. So when you want to start your podcast, these are the things that you should be talking about. The conversation is not going to be what everybody do and ... No, it's going to be this is what a bad mom does. And you're okay with that. Oh, okay. Allegedly. All right, we got refuses to properly groom children. Good one. Yeah. Yeah, banana. Yeah. Unstable. Okay. Yep. Michelle, exactly. Test line is one of my new favorite phrases. Describes a lot of what some of these people online do and monetize dishonesty. Yep. I wouldn't make that cut. Exactly. Yeah. So, yes, this is what I thought about when you decide to say you want to do a bad mom podcast and you want to title your live, just discuss it. Then yeah, let's do that. Because the whole fact you're going to try to flip and twist and turn this word around is crazy. It's crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into it. Look at her face. Oh, also the bad mom group. I'm saying club group. They don't take accountability or responsibility for their bad decisions. They like to gaslight, right? So that can be as part of the requirements too. You got to be a gaslighter. You have to, not be accountable or responsible for anything.
Shut up. I'm so sure. Like,
I'm so sure.
I know what I show on my channel. I know. I'm the one who broadcasts it. I sit my ass down and I edit. I'm on the lives and I don't hit the mute button. I'm not ashamed of a motherfucking thing.
So why you private the videos?
So
why you private the videos if you're not ashamed? And if you're not ashamed, why are you talking about it? You didn't have to come out and say nothing. You could have let that be, let it be what it's going to be. But you taking the time to address it. So obviously it hit you. Okay.
Bad mom, now what? You don't, people on this platform do not agree with how I parent, because that's what the fuck I do. Swallow it, bitch. Okay. I don't care. I probably wouldn't agree with how you parent. You think I do this shit so I can get brownie points from you bitches? This is another thing. Bitches be out here, no relationship, no man in sight, baby daddy left them, pretty much in the same predicament as me. The only difference is they probably work a job and I don't have to work, and their baby daddy didn't take them to court and undermine them for their kids, which is good. I'm happy for you and your child.
This bitch is ugly as I don't know what. Look at her. All she can talk about is if somebody got a man, how somebody look. And then for you to say you don't have to work, but you sitting over there living how you living. That didn't land how you thought it was supposed to land. That you don't have to work, but you sitting there poor and broken. You could move. You could make a move till the 21st came around, but you don't have to work. I don't know why you think that that's cute. That's why I put on that application. You have no financial plan for all these kids. They're 2 and 4, and you got a newborn coming. So you got many, many years to go, and you have no financial plan, but you laying your ass there in the bed talking about you don't need to work. And you focusing on what people got as far as a man, like a man is the end all to be all. Like I told you before, that's why you how you are, because all you think about is being with a man, not being a whole woman and letting a man be an addition to your life. That's all you can talk about is who got a man, who don't got a man, who this, who that. Focus on you, because that what went down was about you. It wasn't about the reactors or the reactor, to be exact. So again, you and your comparisons, you are a bad mother. You are a bad human being, period. Mother's just something you just fell into, but you are just not a good human being. Yeah, 6x4 and no help. But you want to talk about what somebody else got going on? Stop it. You can't sit in your shit for nothing.
But other than that, these bitches are no different from me. They, if anything, they want to be me and they want to do what I do. That's why they be on here trying to do what I do. You know? Like they wish so bad they had the lore that is Olivia Nicole Johnson, but bitch, you could never. I'm a bad mom. And what? And so what? So are you. So is everybody. Everyone's a bad mom. I was just talking to this girl yesterday. She's a brand new mom, okay? Her baby's 2 years old.
Everybody is a bad mom. She's so busy, just that they chopped her in her throat so bad that she don't even know what to say. Everybody is a bad mom. You are 30 something and bitter, and you might not make it to 50 something. What does she do? You don't go viral if your views are low. Be thankful for the reactors. Hey, Brianna. Yeah, she hates her reality. And when she sit up and watch reactors, she really get to see her reality. So I hope you peep and creep over here today because I meant exactly what I said about that application. I mean, come on. All of that is what constitutes being a bad mom. So you telling me everybody does it? Everybody owes child support. Everybody has the government in their business as far as CPS and child support. Because when I say government, that's what I'm talking about. And you the main one. You claim you don't want the government in your business, but they are in your business because not every woman goes to jail for failure to pay child support. All right. Not every woman loses their children because they're deemed unfit. Now there are some that need to that have it, but not every woman goes through that. Not every woman sleeps with random men unprotected and have babies, and now we got fatherless kids out here. Not every woman does that. So stop saying everybody, every woman, every this, every that. Focus on yourself. You focus on everybody else is not making your situation any better. It's not changing your position in life because you focusing on these imaginary everybody's. Now here she gonna talk about this little young girl that's her little friend. Now this little girl that's call herself gonna hang around her, she getting ready to be tainted too. If she listen to this thing right here, she gonna be tainted. She can't give you no kind of advice.
Old. She just turned 2. She's 30 something. She's up in her 30s. I think she just turned 30. She is so paranoid about being a bad mom, like making mistakes. And she knows my situation. We talked a little bit. She knows I have 3 kids, live in Texas with their dad. Girl, I told her about the everything, okay?
No, you did.
And whatever. She's the one that complimented me. I swear, whenever I get negativity on the internet, in real life, I get positivity and I get reassurance I'm not even looking for. Like we went out to dinner tonight, me and my babies, and the waitress came up to me and she was like, I just want to commend you because you're the only parent I've seen in a long time that doesn't have your phone out. Your kids don't have phones in their face. You're talking to them, you're eating with them. And I was like, thank you. No, but this internet shit, bro, has really got people fucked up.
And you would know because this only place you can come and talk is on the internet. So you would know that to be so. Okay. And if y'all don't know, she went back to Denny's. That's her favorite little cheap spot now is Denny's. Yeah. And it's always seems like a woman is always telling you something so glorious. Liar. And poor thing, the woman only got a snapshot. Because if she really knew how you move, she wouldn't have said all that. But that goes back to what I said before. You out and about amongst these people, they can look one way, but once you get to know their story and what's really going on, especially for people like her, that's what I'm talking about. Then you really know what it is, right? People can put on all kinds of fronts. Hey, ex lady, kids on certain days used to eat free. She was shouting at the children at the restaurant. Was that alive? Because that's not up anymore. The invisible 30-year-old that I made up telling you doesn't exist. She dipped on that. on that lie. We all know what her dinner routine looks like with the kids, right? And the short she did, they shared a dessert. And she made try to make it look so loving, put the music behind it, all that. Girl, be quiet. And you only sharing a dessert because they wanted some. You got it for yourself. Oh, okay. I haven't seen a vlog for Denny's. Oh, we're not talking. She went to Denny's again yesterday. We're not talking about the other Denny's. She went again. That's what she's talking about in this one, that they went to Denny's for dinner. Thank you, X Lady. Hey, summertime. Every time she's dragged, hold up. Every time she's dragging the internet, a mysterious person in real life tells her the exact opposite. Come on. Thank you for saying that. You right. You absolutely correct. Every time she out here looking at reactors, then someone in real life then told her something. And why is it just now happening now that she's in California? When she was in Texas, no one ever told her these things. No one in real life ever told her these things. Okay. This girl right here is so, but she's a mother. That's the thing we got to keep in mind. She is a mother, and she's just refusing to change.
I get praises all the fucking time. So you think I care about what some jealous, yes, we're gonna say jealous ass females on the internet have to say about me? Whether you be a viewer, a watcher, a listener, a talking shitter, whatever you are, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I know who I am. And that's why I come here every single day, proud, loud, and displaying exactly who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everyone is not going to agree with how I parent.
And that's why we say we call you what we call you. All the names we call you. You did. There you go. But you said we don't know you. Okay. There we go. There we go. You said that we don't know you. But you just said you display who you are when you come online. Ah. Let me repeat that in case that went over your own head, because you just be talking. Okay. You said that same nasty mouth that you talk about now, and sometimes you need to stop and wipe the BS off the corners of your mouth. Okay? Yeah. You said we don't know you. Now you just said you come on live and show who you really are. Yeah. See, when you slow, dumb and stupid, and your brain made of cement, you don't quite get your thoughts together before you start talking. Okay? Yeah, but go ahead and continue.
This is not a fucking contest. This is not a contest. I don't know why bitches think that being a mom is a contest. Bitch, I don't care how you parent. I don't care. And people's being so worried about how I parent, bitch, don't worry about it. If my son can run circles around,
no one is worried about it. People just talking about it. I told you today is going to be words, all about the words. No one is worried, not even you. That's the sad part about it. Not even you. Nobody is worried. We're just talking, just like you just talking. But the sad part about it is you are the bad mom in the scenario. We're just the spectators talking about it. This is not about anybody else's mothering, what they do, what they don't do, because they're not putting it on display like you. And I think that's something you're going to say, and you're absolutely correct. But look what you're putting on display. People are not just saying this because you're just, an awesome person. You doing the best that you quote unquote can, because anybody, that's subjective too. The best that you can is very subjective. But you're not even on the scale of being a decent mom. You're not, Bettijoe. And no, it's not a competition. You're absolutely correct. It's called life. You decide to bring life into this world, and you don't not trying to do what you're supposed to do to make sure that human being grows up correctly.
Your kids, you should be more concerned about that. Yeah, I got your email, baby. I saw it. Don't be concerned about oh, well, and everyone wants to pass off the credit to everyone else. Oh, well, their dad did it. Your mom does it. Your dad did it. Da. Okay, that's just another reason why you're jealous. You're jealous because I have it easy. I hear so many bitches talk about me on the daily. Oh, she doesn't have to do anything. And I don't. I do have it easy.
Who says that? Who has ever said that you got it on the daily? Because you, like we just said, you be over here listening to different reactors. And I don't know. Again, I don't watch everybody. So maybe somebody did say that, but that's foolish as hell because you don't have it. Your life is so fucking hard, dysfunctional, threw together, thrown apart. Your life is horrible. There is nothing easy about your life. The mere fact that we're going to keep saying it, the mere fact that you had to pack up an apartment 9 months pregnant and drive across some hot states in the middle of summer is not an easy life. That it's not an easy life to go to court and the judge is telling you you're gonna go to jail if you don't do X, Y, and Z. What's an easy life? It is not an easy life because your mama wants you to come home. That's not an easy life. That's an enabling life in your situation. Okay? Those are just a few examples. Word, you need to be, you don't know how to put your words together. But if you think that your life is easy, let me say this. Alex, give me the hard life for 200, please, because you already gave me the ugly for 100. Now you're going to give me the 200 for having a hard life, because that what you got going on over there ain't nothing what I want. I don't even wish that on anybody. I don't wish it on anybody. I don't wish that a pregnant woman having to do what you just had to do. No, I don't. That's not an easy life. And it's so sad that you tried your best to twist and turn in your little cement brain, even though you was crying all the way when you was driving in that car with that light on. Even though you was scared and you was crying, now you want to lay here and act like everything is so great and groovy. Okay. Looking how you looking. Let's see a few comments and see what y'all are saying. Her life is way too tough, and I pray against even for her. I pray she sees better days. That was a vacation for her to be in jail away from the kids. And even when she got out, she took her time by going back and getting her kids. Living in a room with 3 kids. Thank you. You had to spend 43 days in jail while pregnant, leaving your 5 other kids behind. Yeah, forget that part. You were pregnant. That's an easy life. Random men knocking on your doors and windows, scaring your small children isn't an easy life. And going out to the internet and inviting random men to your house is not an easy life. You always busy talk about who got a man and who don't, but look how you find the men that you be with. She was not welcomed into that house at all, just tolerated. Hey, Juju, I'm sure if CPS saw her living conditions, they would not approve the children staying there. The conditions are dangerous in summer due to the heat. Heat causes illness to spread. Yeah, but the heat is not, I don't think it's heat all over the whole house. It's just that one room, and she got a fan in there. Easy house. She had to travel across the country there. But you had to drive 24 hours, 9 months pregnant, no AC, 2 toddlers, leaving your 3 kids behind. It's crazy. Her and children are living in cell block 4. Come on. Yeah. So there's plenty of examples of not an easy. Your life is not easy. Your life is just blah. It's nothing. It's a whole complete nothingness. You have not accomplished nothing. You don't plan on accomplishing nothing. All you've done is get pregnant and bring babies here. That's it. You don't even raise them properly. That's all you do. But your life is so easy.
Are you mad? I have it really easy. But that's not a reason to be mad. Don't be jealous because I have it easy and you might have it harder.
And then you the one sitting on the vlogs crying. I'm going through so much. Y'all just don't understand everything I have been through. Uh, everything's going to get okay. Everything's going to be okay for sure, 100%. Now you want to sit here and talk trash. And I told you I wouldn't be long. Just the other day was talking about it, so it won't be long because this is her character. This is who she is. She can't try to keep that kumbaya going on for too long. This is exactly who she is. Look at her face. The devil resides in her.
That doesn't mean I'm lazy. That doesn't mean that I don't care. That doesn't mean that I don't try. It just means that I have it easier than you.
No, it means all that. That's
a
why
lot of people have it easier than me. I'm not a jealous ass bitch sitting around talking shit about it. Because, bitch, I don't care.
You're talking about it now. What do you mean?
Anyway,
yeah,
we'll have more of these talks because, girl, you're wasting your breath, your time, your energy, your resources, and I guess you really desperately need a couple a couple coins, a little check, a couple dollars, with your broke ass.
Look how she looking. Look how she looking away. Look how she looking. Because she knows she's talking about herself. Yeah, very much so, Banana. That's why you ran back home. Because you are lazy. You don't even want to take care of your own two kids. You sitting at home and you couldn't even potty train your daughter. But you're not lazy. And you don't care and you're not talking about it. You just sit here and talked about at least two people. At least two people that you didn't need to be talking about. You don't put a name on it, but that's what you just did. But you don't care. Look at you again. I'm gonna repeat. You the one laying here in the bed. You have to go get another tapestry because something mentally is up with you with these tapestries. Because every place you live in, you're gonna go get you a tapestry. You don't give a damn. Come hell or high water, you gonna order you a damn tapestry. You gonna leave it in the apartment, leave it in the place when you gone, but you gonna order you a tapestry and hang up on that damn wall. Y'all shitting me with that. All right. The people say it's a boneless bed. Ain't never heard of that, but that's what they say. Got the curtain tied up in a knot right here. So you can try to get a little sun in the room. Got the fan blowing in the back. You taking up most of the bed. So how this getting ready to work with three babies in this bed? But this how you looking. And then I noticed you wearing the same little ugly ponytail you was wearing back in 2018. I mean, that ain't even changed.
Or you just need to vent. You need to get on the internet and write a comment in somebody's comment section because you're depressed and you're sad and you're probably ugly and you don't know what to do with yourself. So you just need to get on the internet and try to attempt to bully other people. But bitch, I'm not the 1, 2, or the 3, or the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You better stop taking my lingo. Bettijoe. Bettijoe. Stop taking my lingo. I've told you before now. Don't make sure you soak it all in, everything that I say. Don't pick and choose what you want to take, okay? Okay, girl. Okay, broad. Now I want you to pay attention to that agenda about the bad moms group. All right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey Mocha. Hey Conscious. Everything on so she utters is exactly who she is, down to the look, size, and be every single word. She always talking about herself. Look how she looking right here. Always stopping in the right place, right? Look at her. Always taking somebody else's stuff. Cause y'all know I be saying that all the time. Look at her. Go Bettijoe. Go Bettijoe. Go Bettijoe. Roomy. Girl, you are pathetic. Bless your heart, po-tink tink. Po-tink tink. Hey, that's Kayleen. Oh yeah, the kids in there with the other folks. That's why she wanted. That's why she ran back home. That's why she ran back home. Because she want them to watch them kids while she lay around and do nothing while she talking about she not lazy. Yes, you are. It didn't have nothing to do with you being pregnant. This is how you was before. Remember the digital footprint. All we gotta do is go pull the videos before you was pregnant. And you was doing the same thing, sitting online all day.
Or the 10. Okay, I've never been her, so I don't know why bitches keep acting like I'm
You what? You who?
I moved back in with my parents. My parents. Okay? And the fact that people still feel the need to try to like put me down or try to like humble me, that shows a lot. Hi, baby.
Mommy, what Grandma's green phone?
I don't know what Grandma's green phone is. Did you ask Grandma? Excuse me, baby. Mommy has the burps. I have gas or something. Something's going on.
That's why you said no.
That?
No.
You didn't know? Okay. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Papi Chulo? Where are you going?
You want me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Come here, cutie pie. Did you have soup?
Yeah.
No? My mom was eating, I'm sorry, guys. My mom was eating figs. No, I don't care what the internet. No. I don't worry too much about what the internet thinks.
Yes,
I correct and redirect. Okay. Where are you going?
Okay.
If I cared, I would put on a fake persona for you guys, like a lot of these bitches do. Try to act like something I'm not show you the real of my life. That's if I gave a fuck. If I worried about what the internet thought of me. No. I just like to put bitches back in their motherfucking place and remind people of what it truly is, the reality of the situation. And I'm always gonna do this.
But here this got me right here. She trying to talk so tough, like she done really done her big one in all these years and put people in their place. She done put fear in people's hearts, and people have just changed because she opened her trashy mouth. Again, poke tink tink. She really think that she has some kind of power over people. Just like you say, we don't have power over you, and what we say don't mean nothing. Trust and believe me. Nothing that comes out of your mouth moves me. Let me talk for me. Nobody that don't even have a GED can't. I'm even gonna run down the list again. If I just go to the bad mom application, that right there. So ain't nothing you can say to me gonna change me, move me, nothing. I seriously, Liv. Like you really, really, really don't get it. Like you just really don't get it. That like on that post I said I put up today, on my post. Let me go back and I mean that. Well, apparently rock bottom has a fucking basement. Okay? Because a lot of people say, "Oh, you hitting rock." No, she done went past rock bottom, and we say that, and we really don't even know what rock bottom is. But obviously, it has a basement because that's where you are right now in your life. That's where you are. You're below rock bottom, and you sitting here talking like this. And this is why we talk, and we're going to continue to talk. Just like you click live and read comments to get a check, well, we going to click live and talk about you and anybody else we want to talk about to get a check. See how that works? This not a one-way street, baby. We got different lanes going two or three. We got different lanes going north and south, east, west, whichever way you want to go. But there's multiple lanes on both sides. So on one side, we got all these women in this sector that call themselves content creators, which is very questionable. On the other side are all the reactors. Okay. So I just want to break that down to you. But you go ahead and continue.
This is never going to change. As long as you're in my comment section talking shit or talking shit about me regardless anywhere, I'm going to always redirect and correct. Yes. I am very focused on my goals. I'm very focused on my goals.
What are your goals?
I got a lot done, but I'm not coming on here to talk about my goals.
Yeah, of course not.
I will never tell the internet my goals ever again. I have a lot of goals and I work on them every single day, but I'm not telling you guys what they are because I know that I have so many haters that don't want me to win.
Mama.
That's such a cop-out, lie, damn excuse. You ain't got not nary damn goal. Not a one. Not a one. And we just gonna speak it how we need to speak it. And here's another saying, please don't steal it, girl. A lie don't care who tell it. Now don't you steal that. That's an old Southern saying. A lie don't care who tells it. So that's why you let your son distract you, because you know you damn lying liar from the pits of hell. Exactly. She been lying for every time she opened her mouth, she pretty much lying. She's always lying. I keep telling y'all, she always lying. Always lying. Oh yeah, she's in her own place. She been done set it off already. Cause this who she is. Like this who she is right here. And she let the reactors run her. This gives her content. Watching the reactors, she actually able to come here and talk about something because she don't have any content. That child really thinks that she has something better than Nick. She has nothing, right? She actually knows it, but it's something with her disorder that has her just talking like this. She know it. That's why she's crying in them vlogs. And I know her ass was crying when she's driving up and down them damn dark highways at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, pulling that trailer. She was crying.
Bye, baby. So yeah, we're not talking about goals. We're talking about being a good mom versus being a bad mom. And I guess I'm a bad mom, and I don't care.
But if she want to show his face, like that changes the conversation. He just doing all that because he's actually getting some kind of attention and affection from you, even as phony as it is. Because you never did that in Texas. You only did it for the camera like you're doing now, but still. That's the only reason he doing it. All right, hold up. Let me do this. Let me show y'all something. Let's take a little break right here. I don't know what you're saying right here, Valerie. At peace, you said, see how that works? Oh. She's either hella brave or insane lunatic. Come on. You know she got the different personalities. That's why we don't. That's why when she crying, we're not moved. We're not moved. This right here, Bettijoe, is why when you want to cry and you want to put up your little statement on your vlog, this is why we don't care and we're not moved. Right here. Because you can't sit in your shit and you want to come here and act like you somebody big and bad, all this and that, and you think you put somebody in their place, but then you want to turn around and boo-hoo cry that everything is happening to you and everything is so rough and tough. Girl, move around. Move around.
I'm gonna be real. Last thing you want to be is a bad mother. Because I don't give a fuck how much time go by. You will never really live that shit down. Because when you a bad mother, that shit like a black cloud over your head. Y'all be worrying about how y'all treat y'all kids when they're young. That shit get even worse when they're grown. Because when you a bad mother, the child don't even really respect you when they're young. And they got the utmost disrespect for you when they get older. Depends on the type of person they are. Some kids just love their mother and respect you for who you are regardless. Some of y'all just luck up like that. But some kids don't give a fuck about you. You ain't never gave a fuck about them. And that's the way you always made them feel. A nigga don't never forget when he got a bad mother. Because that's the only thing a nigga got. Only thing he depend upon. Only person that he feel like supposed to love him. Some of y'all really don't give a fuck about y'all kids. I understand. Some of us need time to grow. But damn, you 44.
That part right there. Because you focusing on them being young. We've said this over several times. These kids grow up. Yeah. And this whole theory, you think you can be like she just said, I don't care. And she don't. She's not lying. She don't care. And this is why we say you don't love your kids. Who loves their kids and say, I don't care that I'm a bad mom? Who would say that? You would reword that and be like, it's unfortunate they think I'm a bad mom, but I'm trying to do ... You wouldn't try to be so defiant and like you just this bad bitch and just say, I don't care. But you say, I don't care a lot. That's why AJ said it in that clip that day. Because you say that a lot. You tell him that a lot. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. But you go on. You continue.
If you weren't somebody, you wouldn't be the talk of the street. Oh, I know. I know. I saw some a post on TikTok today, and they were like, if you, what did the guy say? He's like, if you don't want to be talked about, hated on, all you gotta do is be a lame loser ass bitch, and nobody will ever talk about you. And I was like, clock that, see, honey. What, baby? Stop.
And the gag is, even with her cult members, you're not the only person that's talked about on this internet. It's just in this sector people talk about you. You're not that big a deal, actually. Yeah, I mean, you really want to look at the big scope of things. There's rackets over in this sector that talk about you. There's 1,000 other sectors that people out here talking, and thousands and thousands of other topics being discussed. You're not that important, girl. It's just you over in this little bitty sector, and people talk about you. That's it. And people over here, and some people only talk about you. Some people talk about different people. So it's the gag that you really think you somebody that people really talking about. And the next gag is what everybody's saying is negative. If you weren't somebody, you wouldn't be the talk of the YouTube sector for years. If she wasn't a deadbeat, toxic, dysfunctional, manipulative, conniving, unfit breeder, let's reword that. Okay. And the person that's saying all this is the same person. This is one person in her chat that keeps making all these comments. This is one person in the chat that's making all the comments. Now she could have deleted any of the negative comments, but this is one person in here that done commented about 6 times. Yeah.
Acting like a baby, AJ. Because you're not a baby, you're a big boy. He gets in this mode where he tries to be a baby. You're not a baby, you're a big boy.
No, no. No, no.
Yes, yes.
No, no.
Where's Kailani?
Look at her. She worried about Bettijoe.
Where is Kailani?
Right there in her face. And
And
she worried about
after, see,
Kalani.
that's another thing. I'm pregnant. So my hormones are all over the place. I'm on 10. This right here, girl, this right here is nothing. This right here is calm, cool, and collected, okay? Compared to how I really could be in my situation, being as far along as I am and everything. But like, I really do want to read bitches down, but I also like don't have the fucking energy. And then after I have the baby, we will be more focused on other things. Okay. Like weight loss and getting.
I'm not in the kitchen.
Okay, but she's outside. Kailani's outside? With who? With Grandpa? Okay.
He outside too.
Oh, okay. Why don't you go outside? You don't want to? You don't have to.
She said that like I'll be reading bees down. Like again, what who and why do you think what you have to say moves anybody? Only people it will move is the people in your chat, because you can lie to them, disrespect them, not tell them nothing, and they just still hanging on to you. There's nobody else outside your chat that's moved by anything that you say. So you trying to use your pregnancy as an excuse why you not reading people down? Really? You just can't read people down when it's the truth. That's the problem. You having a hard time rebutting it because it was digital. What was being discussed, it was being discussed from a digital format. It wasn't just somebody just talking. It was a digital conversation. So what are you going to read people down about? Exactly. Okay. But you go ahead and
Where's Grandma? God was in the office? I'm so damn tired, you see? Oh, Grandma's outside too? Okay. Okay, baby. And you want to be with me? Papa Chulo. He's so in love with me. I love you too, AJ. Mommy loves you so much. We went to the restaurant today. He's like, Mommy, I want to sit next to you. And Kailani sat all by herself like a big girl. We sat in a booth. And I'm like, man, this baby right here, he is just so attached to me. He's acting like a baby right now, guys. I bet it's nice being close to family. It is. It is so nice being close to family. Hi, Alicia. It's great. Don't touch my phone. Don't. It's great, you guys. Super great. It's been awesome. Okay, AJ. Thank you. Now you're getting on my nerves. Stop. Stop being a baby. You're not a baby. You're a big boy. Stop it. Yes, you are.
Okay. We'll get ice cream then.
You had ice cream at the restaurant.
see, she only want to do that just enough to put it on camera, but she don't really want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And she only doing it because we've already said he saved your life. Then why do you treat him so bad? So she only want to do it enough for her to get it on the camera, and then she don't want to be bothered because it's fake. Yeah, AJ just Bettijoe in training is gonna be like her. I'm standing on that. I've been saying that for months, and I'm gonna stick to it. She's going to be like her, where it's almost void of emotions and it's tough, defiant attitude. She's going to be just like her breeder. So she's not going to have to necessarily be all up under Liv. AJ is different. He's always wanted her affection and her attention, and he never got it. He only get it whenever she wants to put on display for the live. That's it. Because you see, she didn't do it that long. Mm-hmm.
You didn't have ice cream.
No.
You didn't have an ice cream and a brownie.
No.
Girl, y'all shared one ice cream and brownie. What are you talking about?
You already ate it. It's gone. Shoot, I couldn't tell you didn't want it. You were eating it down at the restaurant. You want more? Oh, you want a popsicle? I don't think Grandma's gonna let you have a popsicle. Yeah, go ask her.
She wants you out of her face. That's why she said go ask her.
Grandma's gonna say nope.
Get out of
Grandma's
her
gonna
face.
say nope. Oh my God, girl, we went out to eat. It was so good. Oh, y'all, we ordered an ice cream brownie. That shit was so good. Kalani and AJ and I, girl, it went down. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm trying to figure out my schedule, especially because I'm about to have this baby. We got to figure out a good schedule because I really do want to I want to start my podcast up. And
Grandma said yeah.
no, she didn't.
Yes, I did.
Ew.
I did do it.
Okay, well, tell her to come here and tell me that she said yes. I don't believe you. And she has to get it for you, and she has to watch you eat it, and she has to help you eat it. Why did my mom say yes, bro? I don't want him having sugar right now, guys. I'm really you guys, give me a good movie. Give me a good movie right now. Hurry. I know there's people watching me. Hurry up. Tell me a good movie, huh?
Hold on a minute for them. I said it coming.
Okay. Mommy just wants to watch a movie and lay down.
You know?
Whistle.
How about the ice cream?
No, I don't.
You need a personality to have a podcast. You got to have some social skills. You just got to have skills to host a podcast. Everybody can't do podcasts. That's why some are successful, some are not. You got to be organized to run a podcast. You got to know how some topics that you're going to talk about and be able to carry that topic out, whether you're doing call-ins, having guests. You got to be able to carry that thing through. She's just talking to talk. She don't even have any equipment or space or place to do a podcast. Where are you going to do it in that room with a newborn baby crying in the back? She just talking to talk. Bad mom pop. Who leans into that?
I want you to on AMC.
My mom, Grandma said I can have one. Grandma said I can have one. So we're getting.
How about a movie on Hulu?
Hulu?
Mm-hmm.
No. That's a good movie, Blue.
Bluey?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch Bluey.
But
It's still not going to be
It
successful,
was good. You just watched
in
it.
my opinion, because she can't carry a
Okay.
conversation.
I'll look into that. I really want to watch a scary movie. Isn't Obsessed out? Obsessed.
Screw all that bullshit. Just like this. She can't carry a conversation on the live. How is she going to carry a conversation in a podcast? She's not going to have any sponsors. It's just going to be bootleg. Bootleg just like her life. Bootleg. Whatever, girl. And you just say you didn't want to discuss no goals, so why are you talking about a podcast if you don't want to discuss no goals? See, double talking.
This is out. AJ, come here. Do you see my TV remote right there? Can you see? Yeah, perfect. Okay. It's scary. Oh, whistle scary? It sounds scary. Let me see. Baby, let's go to Prime. They have to have Obsessed.
Them
I have to fart so bad. Okay, I farted.
You see how tacky she is? What kind of
Sorry,
podcast
guys.
is she
I
gonna
can't
run?
help it. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Very tacky.
Oh my god, hurry up.
He's just epitome of
Sign
trash.
in, create an account. Can I just have a kissy? That show is creepy as hell. The movie. That horrible movie. Okay, hold on. Yes, you did.
All right. I don't want to hear all that nonsense. She can't even hold a live. How's she gonna hold a podcast? Yeah, ooh. Yeah, I do too, Conscious. Yeah, she had to be. That's why they let her drop out of middle school and they didn't do nothing about it. Yeah. People just want to see you live crash out. Nobody cares about what this 8th grade dropout thinks about worldviews, politics, or anything. I mean, what are you going to do? Like, even if you said, oh, bad mom podcast, what's going to be your whole running theme, though? How are you going to carry that out? You're going to sit there and brag about all the bad things you've done? And people, you probably have some people from your chat go on there and co-sign you, but in the big scheme of things, nobody's signing up for that shit. Girl, please. Yes, horrible childhood, horrible mother. She can't even take people telling her about herself. She gets flustered and drops in front of the pen unless she's got people backing her up. Exactly. So, whatever. She'll say anything, and we know that. But it's okay. She said it here. It's now, it's a digital footprint. So it's just something we can go back and dig up and be like, remember when you said you was going to do a podcast? What happened? Mm-hmm. It would be nothing different from her regular lives, except she won't be standing in the kitchen. She has to sit in her bedroom. Exactly, with a newborn baby in the back, laying on the bed. Laying on the bed. Yeah. Very ghetto. Very ghetto. Well, let's look over here real quick, and we're going to call this a day. Let's look over here. I'm going to have it on mute because she has music on it. But let's look at this real quick. Hold on. All righty. So this is a short, and she titled it Finally. And the music she got in the back, What You Need by Teams. So, you know that song she's singing, telling a man that's, she's not what he need. That's not a song for you. That doesn't match you. I mean, potenti. Lord have mercy. She be trying, but it's an epic fail every time. Epic fail every time. Again, it'll be on mute because this music will probably get flagged. So I just want you to see what's happening. Again, they're at Denny's because she discovered her cheap spot that she can go eat at. So they went to Denny's for dinner. Now, all them different places in California, I'm sure in her area, and she's back at Denny's. I guess she gonna treat this Denny's like she did Longhorn, I guess. So there's the ice cream she was talking about. And the brownie. Look right here. And word on the curb, someone saw a picture of Lorraine and say she was looking cute, head full of hair, all the things. And you up here trying to make it do what it do with this ponytail. And you don't address that issue. I'm sure they do, but she ain't gonna ever know nothing about it because she don't know how to branch out and do anything. Real soon she's not going to have a YouTube check. She said she had to been called a baby for a kiss. Yeah. But when he do that, she don't like it. Because you know he used to do that a lot. Pass gas in front of her and laugh about it. Hey, S.C. Johnston. That's it. No content. Just looking for that check because she has an easy life. She don't have to work. All those things that she said, right? And then it's going to be a situation when this baby comes, she ain't gonna really be able to go live like she normally do. So a check ain't gonna be looking all that great, right? The next check, next couple of checks. So I guess she'll still try to come on here and do what she needs to do. All right, let's go to the next one. Hold on. That's just not cute to me. I'm sorry. And that's what I mean. That. All right. So she decided to take him back to do something free again because, you know, that's what it's all about. Her life is easy, though. But they back at the water park, splash pad or whatever it's called, in their clothes. So that means Kalani's in a pull-up or a diaper and it's getting wet. All right? Just make sure we remember that. That she's in a pull-up diaper and she getting wet. And you know, for AJ, it's getting them at the house. But just from her perspective, everything she do is always free. But her life is easy. Because I've never been into that generational wealth conversation at all. But yeah, you don't have to work. Your life is easy. But these are the things that you have to do because you don't have the funds. Okay? So that's that on that. And you trying to, you know, get them at the house, I guess. I don't know.
Parent, please understand that you are abusing your child. That is child abuse. Period. If you are using the legal system to create stressful situations, unnecessary stressful situations for your co-parent, you are inherently abusing your child because a lot of people that are going to court, right, saying whatever they want, that's going to help them get what they want, right? That's going to help the judge rule in their favor. That is abusing your child. Okay, because you are directly impacting your child's life. You are directly impacting the relationship between that child and their other parent, and you are creating chaos in your co-parent's life. And that, how is that supposed to help them be a better parent? How is that?
Girl, you tried it, tink, but that's another epic fail. I know you tried to put that TikTok over there because you know you see us doing that. That is not abusing. Oh, so it's okay. So let's do this. Let's have this analogy based on what this twat in this TikTok said in the twat that posted it because she wanted to think that that's backing up her stance. So let's use your example, Bettijoe. Kids weren't going to school. You bringing random men in the house. Ruggs allegedly was a part of the conversation. and whatever else was going on, you hiding the kids, you doing all that, and he go to court and show those things, that created chaos in your kid's life. The chaos didn't start with what you were doing. The chaos started when he decided to take it to the system. Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, okay. So when people decide to take it to the courts, most times it's because one of those parents are on some bullshit. And they're pushed to take it to the courts because they want to be in their children's lives. I don't know what kind of analogy. Maybe she's in the same position as Bettijoe, and that's why she made this TikTok, but this is bullshit. You can't just go to court and say whatever and they're going to believe you. You got to bring your evidence. If the evidence don't stand, then it don't stand. So you can say what you want to say. Documentation beats conversation. Documentation beats conversation. You don't get to go to the courts and just say what you want to say. You got to back it up. Because remember, you tried to do that, Bettijoe, and it didn't work. Okay. So you tried with this TikTok, but it's an epic fail. You just can't pull every TikTok. It really has to resonate with what's being said. So even when I put the TikToks in, it's what I believe. It's a stance I believe in. Not everybody has to, but and some people in here might believe in what she just said. I don't. The courts is the best way to go, especially even Judge Mathis said that when it comes down to that child support. He was like, I don't care nothing about what she's saying. You giving her money here and there. You need to go through the system so you got it in writing how much money you owe, because she can easily say you ain't been paying nothing. So, bah, boo, bah, put it in the toilet, because that right there ain't it. That ain't it. Them kids were supposed to stay with you. This is where this can go. Yeah, that whole logic and you posting that's where they can go. Okay, because that's a case by case situation. Yeah, it can be a case out there where someone is trying to go to the courts and tell a bunch of lies. But again, it has documentation beats conversation in the court system. All right, so it's going to be case by case situation. Whatever judge you go before, whatever state you in, whatever county you in, that's how it's going to be handled. So, girl, move around with that. You don't cause no chaos. That's what we mean about accountability with you, is that you just don't take any accountability for what's going on in your life. That everything is just happening to you. You just a great person, and the judge just said, no, he's going to get primary custody. And you know damn well that that's not what he set out to do. He just wanted to see his kids. But being that he brought documentation, everything changed. All right. Okay. Yeah, right here. What you say, wise one? Without the legal system, who knows where the wealth would be in life right now? The legal system actually saved them. If they were with her primarily, their lives would be so different. Exactly. But she don't want to acknowledge that. The chaos she called, we're going to ignore that. We're going to ignore the chaos I caused before he got primary custody. And then even with him having primary custody, all the chaos that I caused, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that because I'm the mother. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters. Like she said in that other live we did the other day. Robin talked about jail. I'm here now. That's all that matters. Girl, you and your whole victim mentality is played out. Yes, please. Thank you, Carmen. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Please, please, please. As pathetic as it is, I'm glad she left the state to work through a bit off. They may understand now, but one day will. Yep, I agree. I'm with you on that, long hair. I'm definitely going to hurt, but they've been here before, in time. Now, time don't heal wounds because an abandoned child is an abandoned child. But like you say, they will understand as they get older, especially with this digital footprint. They're gonna be able to fill in the gaps, right? Because there's a lot of gaps, but the digital footprint is gonna fill that in for them. And unfortunately, it's gonna hurt, but the truth hurts. Okay, all of us have experienced that. The truth hurts, so they can't be shielded from it. Yep. They begged her to do better, all of them. That's the only attention she got from them, was telling her to do better, threatening to hurt herself. She was supposed to have them for the summer. I don't know. Hey, Essence. And who actually wants to deal with the court system? Nobody. Exactly. But some people, you got to do what you got to do if you're trying to be in your kids' lives. You're trying to get some things handled. And that, again, I keep saying it, that's why she's so mad at Gerard, because he actually went to the court system. That's why she's so upset with him. But she's not mad enough not to go and lay down with him again. But yeah, that's the gag. You so mad, and he's such a this and he's such a that, but you lay down with him again. Make it make sense. All right. Liv decided she did. Yeah, I heard about that too. You actually filled out some paperwork saying they'd be better off with him, but you don't tell your people that, right? Oh, okay. All right. Mind you, you chose to leave your kids in Texas. Yeah, and not on more than one occasion. Yeah, the case been settled for years. Why are you still even talking about that? And again, why was it settled? Because of what you did. Mm-hmm. She tries to make people believe that she had no choice, that he was such a bad person she couldn't see her kids. Exactly. And because remember, I wasn't watching her back then. This is what I heard through reactors and, through people making a comment that she signed the paper, about the kids. And something just distracted me. It made me lose my thought. Oh, yeah. And then you said at your own mouth, forget what the reactor said, which I believed it, about the kids. Well, I definitely believe about the kids, Christian not coming there and all that. We went and looked at that live. So I definitely believe that. But about, Robin wanting to go home and crying and all this and that, and you saying whatever you said, because you came out and said it, that you reached out to Gerard and told him to tell the kids you wasn't going to pick them up. You said that at your own mouth. So there's plenty of times where you have abandoned these kids. We got 3 right now that I can think of. Y'all may know more. There's 3 that we know right here now that you abandoned these kids. Actually 4 if we want to talk about jail, because you didn't have to go to jail. That happened because of decisions you made. But you got your nerve to post that TikTok? Oh, okay. Hit the backboard. Yeah, let's show it. That's where that whole little theory, that little TikTok you tried to post and your thoughts about it. This how we feel right here. That right there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we feel about that. Girl, move around. This like the second time. I'm gonna read a few more comments and we're gonna wrap it up, guys, for today. Let's see. She thinks by trying to rewrite her story, she'll be able to hypnotize her dummy supporters and newbies. She's pathetic. We grew up in a stable family, knows that it's not what she lived. Yeah. This is like the second time she abandoned them to be in someone's room, left the whole apartment in the state her kids are in to be in a room. Yep, and she's trying to make it seem like it's all good. From everything I've seen, she wants it her way. Yep, and because she's the mother, she feels like she's not wrong for doing anything that she does. And that's where the rude awakening is going to come in. And she's not the only one that have that thought, though. A lot of people out here think because they are the mother, they can do whatever they want to do to the kids, say whatever they want to say to the kids, treat them any old kind of way because they are the mother. When in fact, you are just a vessel to bring this person to this life. They're not your property. You're not supposed to be their first bullies, the first one that mistreats them and talk bad to them. You're not supposed to be that. So, that's unfortunate. There are a lot of women out here, a lot of parents that think like that just because they're the parent, they can say and do whatever they want. I'll never forget a live Gerard did on IG. He told her was going to put them people in her life and she didn't take heed. Well, a lot of people do that. They give you warning before destruction. Yep. And if they really want to see their kids, they're going to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? They're going to dig their feet in and they're going to do what they have to do to see their kids. And that could be man or woman. Doesn't matter either side, but they just going to do what they have to do. Put the money and everything else behind it. Mm-hmm. Gerard ain't perfect, but I ain't going to bash him because he was willing to go through the trenches for his children and came out on top. Exactly. And that's how I feel about him over here. I don't praise him as a man and, as a husband and all that. No, I don't know what kind. I don't get in all that. If he a cheat, if he this, he that. Okay. I only talk about the fact that, he went through the trenches. He put the money down. He did what he had to do for his kids. So how is that creating chaos in his life, in the kid's life? Fighting for your kids. Yeah, it can be very chaotic if the two parents are fighting and all that. Yeah, that can be. But you got to start at the beginning, not the middle. You got to start from the beginning. Why did I even have to take you to court? Obviously, because that person is not trying to work with the other person. And again, not everything is about co-parenting. Sometimes it's just about parallel parenting, especially when you're dealing with a narcissist. You can't co-parent with a narcissist. It's never going to be possible for Gerard and Liv to co-parent. It's not. Liv don't have the capability to do that. She has really rewritten her whole story. I think that's crazy. I wasn't there at the beginning. So when I started watching over a year ago, you would believe her story if you don't watch reactors. Exactly. And that's why people in her chat and on TikTok, they be believing her because, especially on TikTok, because they don't come over to Facebook. So they don't know anything that's going on. Yep. So they just sit and listen to what she say. She did nothing to get the kids back. She needs to let it go. She had years to improve her circumstances. That's the key word, improve her circumstances. And show a judge she's fit to have primary. And not even primary, just have more visitation. She got to work it from the bottom up. Increase her visitation. Like, she wasn't even trying to do that. You can't hop from Z back all the way back up to D. You got to work your way back up that ladder and just get more visitation time. She wasn't even trying to do that. Narcissists are not capable of. It does not matter who you are. Unfortunately, the faster they learn, accept it, the better off they will be. Yeah, that's why. And they're not capable of taking accountability. That's why they won't be co-parenting because of her. She, like everybody says, she wants everything to go her way. And it's not going her way, then she don't want to be bothered. So they won't be able to have a decent co-parenting relationship. I don't think that's stepdad. I wonder why y'all think, and I'm not, of course I'm not going against, I'm just wondering Why y'all think that these Stella and his stepdad have so much power over Liv or control over Liv? Now I know, he told her she can't hang something on the wall, but I don't think he has that kind of. I don't think he's saying anything much about her living there. Because this is my opinion. Because if he did, he wouldn't have let her come there. He already know how she is. He knows exactly how Liv is, and he opened his door and let her come in. So I don't think that it's going to be a matter of him putting her out. That's just my opinion. I see that a lot, and even in different chats, people keep talking about what this stepdad is going to allow. I don't. I don't think he's. I think he's an enabler too. That's just my opinion because he knows exactly how she is, and he let her come back. If he has that much power in the house, that much control in the house, that much say in the house, and he don't want her there, she wouldn't be there. That's just my thoughts on that. But time will tell, right? Time will tell. And even if he did say he want her to go leave, she would never tell it. She would never tell it. She will spin it and say something else. She would never tell it that he wants her out. We would never know that. Yeah, me too, Danny. Me too. I don't think he has all that, like again, if he spent his money, I guess, remodeling the room, then I guess he could say, don't put holes in the walls, don't this, don't that. So he could easily say, no, I don't want her coming here. I don't want her coming here. Yep. And if he feels that way, how long ago was that though? And she is. He wasn't lying. She is a deviant. She is. And he knows that. So why did you let her move in? So that doesn't matter. They're married. I mean, if you're supposed to be the man of the house, what you say goes. Especially in this type of situation where this girl is a deviant. She keep a mess. She don't work. She just sit up and get pregnant. All these things. At some point in time, a man will put his foot down and be like, no, we're not doing this. We're not going to have this disruption in our household. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. So again, to me, I don't think he's all everybody trying to make him out to be. I don't know the man. Don't know nothing about him. I'm on the outside, way, 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 way on the outside. So, yeah. Okay, Brandy. That's where I'm at with it. But again, I don't know him. I'm just saying it like this. From the men that I know, include my brother, if it's something he don't want going down in his house, he gonna be like, no, that's not what we're doing. And it's not being domineering. It's not, oh, his wife can't speak up. She can't this. No. It's just certain things we're not going to allow to disrupt our household. Like, come on. And he didn't, and even if he did, if it didn't fly with Stella, then yeah, he could be just a man that the mama can say whatever. Who knows? Like I said, we don't know these people. I just wonder. I only said that because I've been seeing that a lot about what the stepdaddy ain't gonna allow, what the stepdaddy ain't gonna put up with, and I just don't think it's gonna work out for many reasons. Like you say it won't last. It won't because of her. The common denominator, guys. Right? The common denominator in this wrecking ball of a story is because of her. She's not going to be able to do that. Like just being confined like that. And yeah, that Jack in the Box, that ain't going to work. No, she said, and remember, we know she can't, she talks, she lie. But she said that she don't have to go nowhere if she don't want to. And that what makes it feel good. So I don't think they gave her a time limit because she said she don't have to go anywhere. And I do kind of believe that. I do. I don't believe they put no stipulations on that girl. Because, and it's just my theory. Now, again, I don't know these people. This is my theory. If they gave her a timestamp, how's this timestamp gonna work when she don't work? Where the money gonna come for her to get to moving and going somewhere? And she gonna have 3 kids now. They let her come back and she got 2 and she pregnant. Where's she going with 3 and she ain't got shit? And it'll take her a long time. She's not gonna be able to work. Yeah. Yeah, because she's not putting the kids in school. She already told us that. So she wouldn't like after 3-4 months, she'll put her newborn in daycare. We know she's not gonna do that, right? So none of the kids are gonna be in no kind of school. So where is she gonna be working at to get money to move out? It's only so much because Stella work. Don't Stella work? So like it's not like Stella just sitting around gonna be her in-house babysitter 24/7. Because I thought they said Stella work. It's just my thoughts. It's a whole bunch of nothingness. It's no plans for nothing. She's just going there to do the same thing she was doing in Texas, just sitting in the house being online all day. That's it. It's nothing. I'm going here. I'm going to go get a job. I'm going to go to school. You know, like she just said in this live, she's not going to tell us her goals. So I'm just talking the talk. I don't really know what she plan on doing. And if she do, hopefully she stick to it and it work out for her. But I believe it when I see it. And that means see the official real paperwork that you have actually completed it. Because you say you started school in Florida and we see how that worked out. Okay, so that's where I'm at with it. I told you guys that she's a case study to me. And that's exactly how I treat and talk about her. So I don't believe nobody has done any kind of negotiations with her as far as how long she gonna be there. Nothing. They don't require nothing of her. That's why she don't do nothing. No one has ever required anything of her. That's why she don't do nothing. And she don't have her own brain. Her own brain doesn't think like that because remember she was a middle school dropout. And I believe she had issues even before then mentally. So she really can't think for herself. That's why she's always, my mama said, my mama said, my mama said, girl. Okay. They're getting too old to have little ones around there 24/7. It's a lot for Stella, especially when Livy does nothing. Stella does all the cooking and cleaning. Mm-hmm. I believe the stepdad would get tired of her. There's a video where she had AJ asking the stepdad to give him a haircut. AJ came in the room and said he would do it. Then he said he's not going to cut his hair. Yeah. I mean, he might be tired of it, but Lynn, she going to still be right up in there. You can be tired all you want. I'm going to keep saying it. You open the door. And I mean, you opened the door when you told her when she was in Texas that you can come home. So you open that door for her to come back in. So you all that don't mean shit to me. Because that could have been nipped before it started. No, you can't come here. You need to grow up. You need to get it figured out. Okay? Y'all open the door. And plus Stella been pushing for this. That's why, again, I'm trying to figure out where's this whole idea about the stepdad? Because Stella has been pushing for her to come back to California. She's telling the truth about that. And my theory is because she wants to protect AJ. And she almost want to protect her because she knows that Liv is a little bit woohoo, cuckoo. Yeah, she knows that. So again, it's just my theory. I'm not knocking anybody else's theories because that's what we all doing over here, just giving our thoughts. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But my son was no live by far. He had to move back home when he left his wife. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We talked about that too. We know there are circumstances where people have to move back home, right? So me personally, I'm not knocking it unless you're going back home with no plans and no goals, no job, bringing all these kids and you ain't got no plan and no goals and no job. That's bum behavior to me. Okay, that's it. That's all. Like some people are losing jobs and all this and that, and the family got room for them. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Even if she was going back with 3 kids and she had a job and she was, making her way, but she's just struggling because she got these 3 kids. Now, I'm going to have 3 kids, which is still unfortunate for 3 fatherless kids, but okay. But she worked and, she been making money and she been on her job. And it's just getting rough. And she just got to go home to reset and regroup. Okay. But none of that is happening. This YouTube stuff, that ain't it. That ain't it. I don't care. That can be your side hustle. You got 3 kids. That YouTube need to be a side hustle. And then you brag about pretty much not working. That's not cute. Not to me. Not to me. Because the average person don't want to work. But we got to do what we got to do. When it comes to we make together, sometimes the decision involves sacrifices. Maybe he said, okay, she can come for 6 months and then she has to get the heck out. Okay, so after 6 months, what's she gonna do when you already know she's not getting a job? 6 months, she got a newborn, 6-month-old. So I don't think they told her that. And especially Stella sitting at chat and she know her daughter anyway. She done live. That's her daughter. She lived with as an adult. She might didn't really live with as a child, but she lived with her as an adult and she know exactly how Liv move. Yeah. You got that right, 80%. You got that right. And then you just making baby after baby on top of that? All they gonna do is make it easy for her to go get pregnant again. That's what they gonna do. Okay, that's what they going to do. Yeah, because when you make it easy on people like that, like she's saying, my life is easy, so they make it easy on her. That's all she gonna do is wind up going out there getting pregnant again. Yeah. Until she realized that this is a common denominator. Being said she's going to be the same broke damn mess, new baby, new state, new piss poor. Anytime you can walk away, right? You remember when she was talking to her stepdad on the phone? Maybe she was trying to sweet talk him into moving in. Because she said the other day that she talked to him and he was like, this is your home and you can come home anytime you want. Now, she could be lying about that, right? But that's what she told us. Well, she told her chat. So, I don't understand how she had the nerves to go back with her mom. That is the most crazy thing ever. Isn't she embarrassed that the whole neighborhood knows her? Go give her the side eye. Narcissists don't get embarrassed. That's the sad part about it. And the thing about it is her and Stella don't really get along like that. Everybody, let's say this, guys. Think about this. Everybody in that house is being fugazi and fake and phony. Everybody. Stella and Liv get into it a lot because of how Liv is. Okay, so Stella got to walk around on eggshells. According to what y'all saying, the man done told her according to what Gerard said, that she's a deviant. So, yeah. And Liv don't always want to listen to what her mama say. She trying to act all kumbaya right now, but she don't. And guys, if you remember the videos when her mom was at her house, you can see how Liv start to kind of be on edge about with her mama. After a certain amount of days, you can see like when her mom come around in the kitchen and all that, how on edge Liv is, like she's like bothered. Yeah. So 2 grown women like this living in this house. Oh yeah, yeah. It ain't gonna be kumbaya for long. It's not. It's all a little show right now. But it ain't gonna be like this for long. Hmm. Living in a small bedroom in my mother's house with 3 children. We not jealous. Yeah. We just talking about it. Maybe she's not gonna be on Sex and of course I'll forget the person's name that was in here talking about Section 8 in California. It's not easy. It's not easy to get. They got a really big backlog. She gave us the whole rundown on that. So it's not going to be easy for her to get all that just because she's in California. And this lady works with people that to help get resources. So she was giving us all that information. So it won't be all that for a minute. But she said it's a year's backlog on those type of resources. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just a spectator here to talk about it. I don't know. I'm going to say it again. I don't know any of them. Don't care to know any of them. I'm just speculating based on what she shows in her videos, because I ain't never seen the stepdad and don't, not looking to see him. So I'm just speculating. And, I know everybody around there being fake right now and walking on eggshells. Yeah. And she done went over there and disrupt these people's home. I don't care nothing about no grandkids and all that. Went over there and disrupt these people's home and their life. And you got to bring another newborn in there crying and carrying on and Bettijoe and training, not even potty trained. So it's a lot going on. A lot going on that they got to deal with. I got my own stuff to deal with. And all I'm doing is talking about her because she put it on the screen. My friends, an amazing mother and kids have a good life. Their dad was violent and she has been made to move where her mother is, or they'll take the kids. Is that what's happening? Stella has to help. Hey, you could be right. That could be another way to, that could be another dart on the board, right? We don't know. She's going to have another begathon claiming the Web3 need her back in Texas. She's expecting to be able to get another $22,000. Good luck to that baby. I hope that baby will be born normal, but I do not think so. I don't know. I know so many adults, some in their 60s who never worked, always family, friends, neighbors, couch surfing so far. Real, yes, I do never work like Liv. Maybe she already knows she's not bringing it back home. Mm-hmm. Who knows? You never know about this thing, right? Because just like she sit there and told AJ, we're moving to a brand new house. We move into a house you've never seen. And look where they at. And she said there was such like it was going to happen. So you never know. It could be the situation where she not bringing the baby home. That's why she ain't bought nothing for the baby. And she just trying to play it out like how she's playing it out so people won't talk about it. Time will tell. Because remember we said that a while back about the adoption thing. So time will tell. Because I don't understand why she ain't bought nothing for the baby yet. So that's a very, we can go back to that theory about that before. Because again, we did talk about that a couple of months back. What if she's going to give it up for adoption and she's just not talking about it? So again, but that's all I got. Like I stated, we went over the Bad Moms group application and the requirements for those of you that just came in. So you can, when you go look at the replay, you can look at that. Again, it's a Bad Moms group. It's not a club, because clubs have a connotation of being something good and positive. So this is not a club, it's a group. Okay. So that's where we are with that. And we went through the requirements to get into this Bad Mom group since she wanted to have the conversation. I just put it up there. What are you doing? I just put it up there. I mean, I just went through and put what are the requirements to get into the Bad Mom group, and I went through the requirements. So you can check that out when you do the replay, because those are there, and that's what that is. Okay. So I don't know why she thought it was cute to act how she did, as far as I don't care if I'm a bad mom and everybody's a bad mom. No, that's not how this thing works in the real world. Tink tink. It's not. Okay. And no one ever said anything about anybody being perfect. You're the only one that used that word and saying your kids are perfect. And no one is saying they're in competition with you as far as a mother. People just talking about the basics of what it takes to be a mother. We done even read the definition over here before. Because when you try to say Nisha is not a mother, she actually is. Mother is not just somebody that gives birth. So you're saying when people adopt a child that they're not the mother? All right. So we read the definition of mother and what that actually is, and you don't fit the definition. Only part of the definition you fit is you gave birth. That's it. And we still can really kind of X you out, because that you almost act like a surrogate, because you don't do nothing for your kids, especially them first three. But that's that. So that's what we did. We went over what's the requirements to be in a Bad Mom group. Yeah. And there's a lot. And check. I mean, she is in the Bad Moms group. She probably could be, between her and Nika, they can kind of, run, and people can vote and say who would be the president just in this sector. Because we know there's plenty of bad moms out there, right? So we're just talking about in this sector. So Nika and Liv can, they can get on the ballot and run for president. And then whoever don't become the president, the other become the vice president, and then they can pick their treasurer, which they probably don't need a treasurer, because both of them, they bad with money. So, trying to have them handling money might not be too good, because we don't know what would happen to the funds, right? But they probably need some kind of director, to set up some meetings for them so they can all come together, and maybe they could start taking some parenting classes, all those kind of things to kind of, turn this thing around a little bit. And then they could probably start recruiting some members to once they get transformed and, become better mothers, then they could start bringing in some members. Yeah, right there, that part. Okay, so that's where we are with that. So you want to run with that? Let's run with it. Okay, that's how I feel about that. Did Stella call Livy the N-word? That's what the word on the street is. They not all that. Like, Stella calls her when she wants to, but then she disappear when they get into it. And that's why I say they all over there phony and walking on eggshells. In the court paper, she said that Stella was going to be there to help her with the Web3. Maybe Stella wants her near to support her before CPS turned up, asking her to take the 3 little ones. Can you imagine her doing homeschooling? AJ will be so far behind in school. I doubt if he could even spell his name. Right. All right. She already has Section 8 and can find a landlord and move in. Who says she already got Section 8? Who says she already got Section 8 in California? Yeah, right. Who said that? She didn't even have it in Texas. He's already regressing. His speech is getting harder to understand. Can you imagine Olivia teaching AJ phonics? He's going to be a mess. She's hiding those kids, in my opinion. You could be right about the hiding part. Well, we know she's running from Texas for many reasons. It wasn't just because she need help with the kids. I don't think. I think she's running. Yeah, you're right. Hiding the kids and other things that's going on. You know, she's running away from a lot of things. That's why I say you doing all this running, but it's still going to be there. So it's not going to just disappear because you running away from it. It's not. It's still, the problems are still going to be there. No, but that's what adults know that. So, you know, and the people around her again, they co-sign it and let her do what she want to do. So they all got to deal with that. I don't know why either. She not on. I don't know why people. But you know what? Like I say, Danny, I don't. For me, I really don't care. But what she's not going to do is move out. She's not going. Well, I'm just saying this off the top of my dome. She's not going to move out of that house into her own place in Cali. She don't want to take care of those kids. Like, she don't want to do it. She don't want to do it. She wants Stella's help. So, yeah. So, yeah, she's not going to do that. Now, she's forced, maybe she will, but just up and just doing it, she don't want to do that. She wants to be where she's at, getting help, having an in-home babysitters. That's what she want right now. She don't want to live by herself. She said it the other day, actually. She don't want to live by herself. Now, if a man would have came and stayed with her and was running the house like how Cat Daddy then was trying to do, she would have stayed in Texas. But because they would have been, quote unquote, helping her. She don't want to raise those kids. So, yeah. So she'll stay in there and put up with whatever she got to put up with for the time being. She getting ready to have a baby. So, yeah. That's just my opinion. I mean, she don't want to raise those kids. She's never had to raise those kids before. So she's never had to raise kids by herself before. So that was a big, big struggle for her. Big, big struggle. Right. Oh, yeah. Just a mess. Hot mess. Yeah. All right. But that's that. Time will tell. I'm keep saying that because that's one of my words over here. That time will tell because again, no one knows but the people involved in it. We just making our speculations based on what we see, and all we can do is that. But eventually we will see it because she puts everything online. Not everything, because things she really don't want us to see, she don't put online. So. We're not going to see her and her mom going at it. We're not going to see the stepdad unhappy. We're not going to see that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, they was in there yesterday talking about the cost of living in California, the bedrooms, and I mean, how many, rooms in the house and all that. That girl ain't moving out no California. Again, she don't want to raise some kids. Y'all got to remember that. Now, how long this situation gonna last? No, we don't know. It's this girl, before I go, it's this girl I used to watch. Well, she's not a girl, she's a woman. I used to watch on Facebook back in C19, and I stopped watching them because once I pick up on people, they fugaziness, I'm not interested. That's why I understand people's into Leah, because there's no way I would have ever been watching her. I started watching her through reactors. But neither here nor there. This same woman, she's do makeup and talked about businesses, and the business had never worked. And she was just, everything was a failure. She had 2 kids. And she lived in Texas at the time. And just everything, just nothing worked. And she was just always running them out. It was just, I'm like, oh no, 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 no. I can't continue to watch this. So I just really stopped watching her. And she popped up. Well, when I was watching her, she left Texas after going through all that chaotic mess with the businesses and all of that. She went back home to Louisiana, where she's from. If she went back on some man, come to find out the man had a wife, a girlfriend, or something or another. And so that was a big mess that she was involved in. So she wound up leaving that place in Louisiana and went back to another part of Louisiana, and was going through chaos with that because she really don't have no money. She used to beg of her subscribers and stuff too for money to help her move and help her do this and that. But she's one of the type that try to go out here and do all this shopping and, the fancy make, all that crap, right? Put on a facade. And so that's when I stopped following her. She was in Louisiana, and she's actually from Louisiana. She popped up on my TikTok the other day. She had moved back to Dallas. She left Dallas, and now she in New York. And I'm just like, and it just popped in my head just now. This is what some of these women out here do, just all over the place. And she have a little girl. Her son lives with the father. Back when I kind of stopped watching her, right then is when the son started living with the dad. So I guess he still live with the dad because I don't see him a lot. He wasn't really much of her TikToks. So I'm assuming he still live with the dad because I didn't go to Facebook to see her stuff. But I was just like, I'm just looking at her and I'm just like, you women, like y'all just be all over the place doing the most. You got these kids. Now she don't have but 2 and 1 with her. So it's not like she's truckling around with a bunch of kids, but she just popped in my mind as far as, these women and not being stable, relying on relying on social media, to support them, and they have kids, and it's just a lot. So I said that to say, yeah, she probably will be going back to Texas because I don't see her living in California, and expensive as it is. So like some of you saying, she'll probably be back in Texas within the next year. She'll probably be back in Texas because that's the only place she can halfway afford. And that ain't going to work out for her because she done broke this lease. So that's going to go on her credit. You see how you make these problems and don't get it right? Because you never know when you need to go back to Texas. But when you try to go back and get your own place, because you're going to have to, because you ain't got nobody to live with in Texas, you're going to have to get your own place. How's this going to work out and your credit looking how it's looking? So you don't think these things through. You just make these decisions off the whim, and that's it. Yeah. So that's that. I just thought about that. Like it's just some people out here, they make the decisions they make, and it's weird to me. Yeah. All right, what's going on in the chat? We don't do that rah stuff over here. What's going on? Oh, Valerie, you still talking about the Section 8? I mean, there's no need to argue about it. Like at the end of the day, some people, and I'm one of them too, don't believe she's going to get Section 8, and don't believe she have Section 8. And I'm gonna tell you another reason why I don't think she got it. Because why didn't they find her home before she came back? opposed to going and living in a one bed in the back room with one bed. That could have been in motion months ago. And then once they got a place, she could have went back home because she was talking about moving back to California when she got out of jail. So if she has Section 8 there, then they could have been putting that all in motion. And by the time she found a place, she could have moved into her place. That's just another theory. Okay. So, but we don't need to argue about it because, again, that's her and she got to live with that. If you want to move around life reckless, don't have kids. Yeah, that's the point I was thinking about, Steve, that, yeah, you just all over the place. Like, huh? And again, I understand if you military, if you have that type of job that move you all over the place, there's always different circumstances for everything. But you just doing it on a whim because that's what this chick do. I just can't. I just feel like I gotta be where I gotta be. And so now you up in New York. Okay. The way she left that place, she'll lose her voucher, wouldn't she? I don't think she have a voucher, Carmen. I don't think she has nothing, guys. I believe you said she's low income, not Section 8, but I digress. No way she got I don't know why I'm stumbling on this word. Section 8, the way she moves. They don't tolerate that. And here is a process every time you move. Yeah, she didn't have Section 8 when she was in that apartment. And I don't think she have it now, but I'm not going to argue because that ain't my ministry. I don't, and again, I don't care. I don't believe what I'm going to stand on is she not getting ready to move on her own, especially no time soon in California, because she don't want to. She wants to have a live-in babysitter. That's it, and that's all. So she ain't going to move in. I'm just saying in no time soon. She got a baby coming. So she not getting ready to do that. And according to what the young lady said that came in here, it is not that easy to get anything right now in California. And that can be, and that's believable. As the way that things are going in the economy and the people that already live in California, they're taking up all the resources. So I believe what the young lady was saying. It's backed up. It's backlogged. It's all of that. So she ain't just popping in on the scene and gonna automatically get all these resources. There's people been living there that need the resources. So yes, awful to go out and put that type of burden on her elderly parents just because she's lazy. That's the part we need to be focusing on. Not arguing about if she got Section 8 or not. Because, well, who cares? And really, let me put this out here too from my perspective. She don't need none of it. Go get a job. How about that? There are people out there that really do need it. It don't need to be available for her just because she don't want to work and she can lay on the bed and brag about her life is easy. So yeah. All right. So that's it. That's all I got. Still having to raise a 36-year-old odds and 3 extra kids is Stella's fault though. That's where I'm at with it. So whatever it is, she got to deal with it. They got to deal with it. I don't. And on other people got to deal with it. She do get government assistance or taxpayers. So I'm one of the people that don't care nothing about having no kids. She don't need no government resource. She need to go get on a job. So that's where I'm at with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, Stella created it, but she raised it. She embodied it. She watered it. She all those things. So, she can only be accountable for her actions at this point. And they continue to enable her actions, but no one can change her life but her. Stella can't even change her life right now. Stella can enable it and, be her little maid, I guess. But that's all Stella can do at this point. Liv gonna do what she wanna do, like she always say, and she gonna do it how she wanna do it. And she gonna find a way to do what she wanna do as long as they enable her and they her in-house babysitters. Yeah. And that'd be all right too if she was gonna actually get out here, go to school, get a job, and do all the things. But she clearly, brags about she don't need to work. I do believe the place she was in was some kind of low income. It was definitely low income property. They don't check credit. She know how to credit. So they're the type of property that don't really care what kind of credit you have. Now the 14-month lease thing apartments do that nowadays. They'll do 14 months and all that because if you do like 14 months, you'll rent opposed to doing a year. Let's say your rent is $1,200 for a year. But if you sign a 14-month, your rent might be $1,125. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So you'll kind of get some. It won't be as high because you telling them I'm going to stay here longer than a year. They do that now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it, Michelle Hawk. You said it better than me. They'll give a better rate for a longer lease. Exactly. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Because, it's kind of hell to them when they got to keep, get the apartment ready to rent again and go through the process of a new renter. It benefits them for you to stay in there longer because they ain't got to go through that process. Yeah. So, but she couldn't even do that. She couldn't even commit to the 14 months to keep her credit in order. So I'm saying adulting is not her thing. So that's why I don't know people thinking she finna move out and she finna do this and that Section 8 or not. She don't want to be on her own raising these kids. That's why she's willing to pack up a trailer and move across in the hot desert to get back to California. That's how dire it was for her. And running away from whatever was going on in Texas on top of that, yeah. that was a deal for her. It was that dire, guys, that she really did all that to get away from Texas. Like, you willing to sacrifice your credit even more, owe somebody else. Now you owe somebody else a lot of money on top of all the other bills you probably owe people for. Outside the child support, we know that's her biggest bill. Her bill is so huge she can buy a house with that payment. With that amount of money she owes, she can buy a house. At least put a good down payment on a house. Okay. So, yeah, she don't care. She's that type of person. There's plenty of people out here like that. They don't care about their credit. So, and they don't care about having a lot of bills because they refuse to pay people. And it's everybody else's fault, but you refuse to pay the people, but it's everybody else's fault. That's the kind of mentality she has. Yeah, they're better off. And then she had a nerve to talk about the young lady that lived in there before her. Remember, she talked about the pole. That's all that lady left in there was a pole. Look what you left in the apartment. Yeah. They were better off giving that apartment to another individual. They might have stayed the whole lease term and more. Yeah. She respects nothing. Yep, she's so lazy, didn't want to get up for the remote. Had AJ come get it. But she said earlier in that live she's not lazy. The Web3 are winning. Yep, definitely. No, sorry, I meant to say the longest they could stay there was 14 months, and then that was it. She would have been able to renew her lease and stay longer. That's why I thought it was today we deal with jail. No, I don't think I deal with jail. I mean, the lady probably felt sorry for her because she had just got out of jail. But I don't think it's a place just for people that get out of jail because there was some families up in there. Me personally, I just think it's one of them type of apartments where they don't really check your credit because she ain't got no credit. Even she said that. That's why she took it because she knew them other places wasn't going to take her. No credit, no real income. That's why she had to deal with the roaches. Because most places want you to make 2 and 3 times the rent. And you got to show some check stubs. So she probably was able to show her little YouTube check, but, YouTube earnings. But, yeah. She can spend her money on BS because she's living rent free at Stella's. Yep, she's okay with below them. To me, it's below them. I don't even think that's bare minimum. I think it's below, child. And that could just be because I don't live like that. But yeah, she had lived there before too. I know that's right, Carmen. They probably is like, damn, they took a chance on her and they shouldn't have. Yep. Just like I told you, I saw that story with the landlord that had written a house. And she said she took a chance on the person. That person had bad credit, they had some bad stuff on their rental history. But she wanted to go ahead and give them a chance. Please. She went in that place after they left. Her place was destroyed. Roaches was crawling all over the floor. And this was like a little house, little townhouse house situation. It was an apartment. Yeah, destroyed that woman's property. And she said, exactly, this is why she said, now y'all see why we don't want to rent to people. And a lot of people are not even renting to Section 8 people anymore. That's another thing. A lot of them not doing that anymore because they go in and destroy properties. But she was like, now y'all see why we make it so hard to rent because of situations like this. You try to give people chances and look what they do. And look what she did. Look how she left the bed and everything in there, guys. They got to move all that stuff out of there. She didn't even take the tapestry down. She left that on the wall. She didn't take them LED lights down. None of that. None of that. When she could have hired somebody because she had generational wealth and had somebody come up in there and do everything for her and get that apartment cleaned up properly. That's the least she could have done. So she's breaking the lease. But that's, again, them type of people don't think like that. But you want to lay across the bed and tell us we jealous. I ain't never left an apartment like that. If it's something I didn't want, took it to the Goodwill, I threw it away. I've never left an apartment like that in my life when I lived in apartments. I didn't even know people did that, really. It's okay, Valerie. I just, again, I just don't want us arguing about something we don't know. We don't know Liv's personal story. We just assuming. So, again, I don't mind people giving their, thoughts and commentary and opinions, but I just don't want people getting out of sorts over her. You know what I'm saying? Like over her. No, it's not even worth the energy like that. Because again, time will tell because we don't know these people. We just talking. And we can't always base on other people. I was just saying about what the young lady came here and said because I give some kind of credence to people that actually live in the state and actually working in that field. So they got boots on the ground per se, right? So I give a little bit more attention to that than, my speculations. That's all I'm saying. Right, Miss Yellow Hawk. I always wanted my deposits back. Don't play with me. I be wanting my deposits back. So that'd be what I'd be thinking about. And it's just, for me, it's just common decency, right? You didn't give me the place with all this shit in here. Why am I giving it back that way? It's like, it's telling about you, right? So you left all that crap in there. Yeah, you look like this type of person, whether they don't ever see you again or not. You thinking no people in that leasing office not going to run across her social media? Especially if she went in there talking about, I'm on social media and these people don't like me and dot, 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 dot. You know they watch her stuff. You know it. We don't even know if they be in these reactors channels or not. We don't know. But this is how she's moving in society, right? Everywhere she go, she's leaving a trail of just trash and toxicity, and everything she touched was just crumbled to nothing. Her kids, this apartment, everything. But you want to again lay across the bed and tell us we're jealous of you? Liv, you got think tink. You really got to think this thing through. At some point in your life, you got to really think this thing through. The things you say and how you move, they don't match. They don't match. And you talk about people and look what happens to you. You made it your business to talk about that young lady that you didn't know, about some stripper pole, and then you tried to talk about her because of the roaches. Now here you go talking about you having nightmares about the roaches. And you left all that stuff in that apartment. Quiet as it's kept, she left the other apartment like that, talking about a flood, knowing her scam and stuff. They probably set up for money and got out the lease allegedly. Well, the lease was they didn't renew her lease. Yeah, that now they might have left stuff in there because she left that to Stella and her old buddy Jen to go in there and clean it out. So we know how that goes, right? So they might have left stuff in there, but they wouldn't even renew her lease. This is what we're talking about. You have to really done something for them not to renew your lease. Because she wanted to renew the lease. They wouldn't do it though. So what was that about? I know part of it was the noise. All that hollering and yelling she used to do. And the second thing, I believe she was late on the rent all the time. Now, those are two things I believed happened in that apartment. I do believe that. Yeah. So, yeah, you got to think about that too. They didn't even want to renew your lease. I've never lived in an apartment and they did not want to renew my lease. I may have not wanted to renew my lease, but I was never presented with a non-renewal. Okay. You have to done something pretty bad for people to not want to renew your lease. Yeah. Yeah, she talked about Jazz's place. That treehouse Jazz guy should look real good right about now. Yeah, always talking about other people, and her situation is worse. She's bragging about now an easy life, but she's not making these for kids, and they will not stay kids. Yep, I just showed that TikTok, and yeah. So, did you hear her say? Yeah, she gained 80 pounds, and we all know 25 to 35 pounds is the average that you should gain when you're pregnant. And I ain't never been pregnant. I know more than she know. 80 pounds. Yep. See? And the mother only gained 16 pounds. Yeah. She thinking she just, everything is an epic fail, guys. Everything is an epic fail with this chick. And you think we jealous. Come on, girl. Come on. And anybody that is, they got problems. There's nothing about you. Too lazy to bring a change of clothes, now prepare for her kids. All right. Too lazy to even potty train her daughter. You sitting at home all day. and you can't tell her to go show her how to get on the potty in the bathroom, not bringing the potty in the living room, and get off live and actually potty train your child. You couldn't even do that. Oh, they didn't know the gender. Oh, that's good. Well, I'm glad they have a healthy baby and everything worked out. Everything was normal. 8 pounds, 10 ounces, 16 pounds. So everything is everything. Mm-hmm. Right, Danny. Pregnant or not, rapid weight gain like that is very damaging to one's organs. Yep. But she's already predispositioned for that because she's always been big like that. So that's, it's unhealthy being pregnant, but her body is going back to what it was. Now, she could still be causing damage because she's doing all them shots and, all that there. And we don't know what's in that, right? So taking her body up and down like that, this and that, yeah, she could definitely be causing some harm. She could definitely be causing some harm. Yes, but tell her congratulations from the Pomo tribe. Yes, yes. And hey, let her know. Your life ain't nothing like this, what we be talking about over here. Wearing a size 12 flip-flop. Yeah, she'll say anything to the internet. Because I don't think she even feel good. That girl be crying. And everything else. She just come on here trying to put on that facade. That girl be crying the blues. Yep, especially when you're already obese. Yep. Have gestational diabetes. I'm with you when you're right. I am with you when you're right. Yep, like I said before, we didn't know rock bottom had a basement, and she's in the bottom of rock bottom, in my opinion. Yeah, had AJ in there hitting roaches. That little boy done been through it. Had him in there killing roaches with shoes and oh gosh. Yeah, she was complaining about the mold at those apartments the other day, even though she never did anything to keep it at bay. Stella was the only one who cleaned it when she came back last year. All of a sudden, the mold conversation comes up now, though. Well, no damn mold. You smoking in that damn apartment. I don't know. But she don't talk about what she was doing, smoking and cigarettes and stuff. That didn't contribute to it, though, right? I could have sued them. No, you couldn't. You couldn't sue them, or you had to address the issue first and have them rectify it. If they didn't rectify it, and then if it was mold in there, then why did you want to renew your lease? The apartment was so bad, why did you want to renew your lease? Okay, just like Gerard's so bad, but you still want to sleep with him. Girl, please. All right, guys, that's all I got. Let me get off here. I appreciate y'all being in here. If you can please hit that like button for me, I would appreciate it. Thank you for getting in the comment box. If you came in on the end, please do replay for me. If you could hit that hype, I would appreciate that too. Oh, yeah. And always, as always, please stay in peace. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Thank you.